Brigadier General retired Yaron Rosen, and we're going to hear about the second part of his exciting biography, Defending the State of Israel. So welcome back.
Thank you.
So you left active helicopters and you went to a department that I didn't even know was a department in cyber. Tell us about that.
The IDF was going through what we call around the world digital transformation. And that means that we realized that cyber and all the stuff connected to that, we had to adapt so we enhance our capabilities inside the IDF as much as we can to do whatever we do much better. Air, ground, sea, much better, utilizing and enabling ourselves better in the digital domain. And the second part of it is to enable us to use the digital domain as a warfighting domain. So doing these two things together and this growing last decade of the digital domain made us understand, we realized that we have to reorganize the way we do our warfighting in the digital domain. So we decided to go into a digital transformation or a cyber transformation process. I was the head the last almost 2 years. I was the lead officer for the chief of the general staff of the IDF digital transformation process. It was a project we went through, and we just finished our first phase a few months ago, and we are continuing building up our muscles, reorganizing the forces. We actually decided to go into a phase of transformation where we have two main, very strong campaign leaders. One is defense and active defense oriented, but when he wakes up in the morning, this guy wants to defend, and enable all the C4I, command control, and all that stuff, information systems inside the IDF. But he's also responsible for the defensive campaign. And the other guy, the other general, is the intel guy, and he is responsible for the collection and using and utilizing everything we can, and we're quite good at this in Israel, to do whatever we can to use the digital domain to get information about our enemies and do whatever we need to do.
I understand it's all top secret, and I understand you're still in the reserves, so you're still very connected. And I know there's a lot you can't tell us. So can you give us the G-rated, for general audiences, tour of literally what you're doing?
I think the first thing is we all have to realize, and we went through this understanding, that this realm is a global one. No one is regional anymore. Okay, so just realizing for each and every one of us, it's right for the family level and it's right for the national level. That we are in a global issue is a very important understanding. First of all, you need to know what's going on in the world, son, and your intel guy needs to know what's going on in the world, not only in the close border in Gaza. Okay, Gaza is also important for cyber, but also things that happen in the other side of the world. So you have to build your forces to be globally oriented. That's the first thing we try to do. So our global awareness, the way we build our battlefield awareness, is very, very different, and we're building this capability, and we build a digital operations center, which is something very new in concept, and the way we connected all of what we see globally inside the IDF, with the national level bodies, with the allies and partners around the world, and we're trying to strengthen that global awareness part. That is one thing. The other part is the operational capability, of course. That's the second thing that brings you the capability to work inside wherever you want to work, blue side, red side, wherever you need to do whatever wherever and whatever you need to do.
So it's intelligence gathering, and it can also be offensive in some cases.
Yeah, defense is not security. It's not, you know, standing on the fence and just waiting for something to happen and then recovering from it. Defense is the whole campaign. It's assessing who your threats are, what your enemies are thinking about, and being persistent. Like, there's a saying in the cyber domain that there are advanced persistent threats out there. You know, groups that are really, if they point a finger at you and they want to, you know, do something bad to you, they're going to come through the door. And if you're going to shut the door, they're going to come through the window or through the chimney. They're very persistent. So your defense has to be very persistent. So APT, Advanced Persistent Threat, has to be met with advanced persistent defense. And when you do that, you have to build teams that are persistent, that have a campaign way of thinking. That's operational art. That's not only technology. So security is put an antivirus and you know, update it and patch it and whatever. That's okay. That's very low level. That's not enough today. Those APTs, they want to get you. You have to fight them, and not only on your turf. That you have to go to their side if needed. So active defense and movement, and you have to develop your capabilities, operational capabilities, the way you fight, the way you work, the way you decept, and technology. Technology is a very important part because this whole realm is technology. We made it, a man-made realm. But the main thing is the winning, the way to win this war is to combine good intel, good operational capabilities and operational art, and the last thing is cutting-edge technology. And thank God we have some smart guys here that work hard, and we're trying to blend these three and be the best in the world.
Are there any stories you can share? Can you give me one? Change the names.
Change the names. I can just say this, okay? There's very little you can talk about, but I think that you know, it's not a chance, and really there's no wood here to knock on, but you need to invest a lot in order to prevent losses from attacks that happen around the world. And thank God, you know, in the last big events that were happening around the world, whether it's WannaCry and stuff like that really affected a lot of places and big organizations, you know, that are really strong companies out there that were devastated by these attacks. Thank God we were not. Okay, I can just say that, you know, during these.
So the bad guys came, but they didn't get in.
Yeah, they didn't get in, but it, you know, it's good, but it's, you know, it's the past. It's yesterday's newspaper. You can wrap fish in yesterday's news. You know, it's no use.
I got it.
You have to work. It's like, you know, cyber stuff is like walking on the escalators on the wrong way. It's not enough to walk in the pace of the escalator going down. You have to climb faster than the going down escalator. So the challenge, you know, there's no way, I won't brag on it because there's nothing to brag on it. Okay, we won't hurt. Okay, great, good. Keep on the hard work.
And the next day there's 5 more problems.
That's right.
I got it.
It's just continuous work.
Thanks, General.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you, General Rosen. And this has been Because You Asked. I'm Barry Nussbaum. You can always reach us at AmericanTruthProject.org. Write to me at Barry@AmericanTruthProject.org. I'll get back to you. And you can sign up to miss nothing because it's free when you sign up.